Hail and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. I'm Mage of Mischief. I think today we're probably going to pay a visit to the Dalish Elves. We might save the Urn of Sacred Ashes for the last, maybe even after we go pay the dwarves a visit. I'm not really sure right now, but we shall see. Or we might go do that after this. I'm not sure, I haven't really decided yet. Alright, yeah, and we gotta finish talking to everybody too, I forgot about that. Well, if we don't need that anymore. That's fine where that is for now, I think. Right, let's see, we have Leliana, Wynn, and Zebron to talk to. So, I guess whoever that guy is. Let's talk to Zeb first.
I've a question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
You could go if you wanted.
Could I? And what if I didn't wish to leave?
I could always use a friend.
Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
That we do. That we do, friend.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
What does it take to become an assassin?
Well, the crows would have you believe that it is an involved process that takes years of training, the sort that tests both your resolve and your endurance. Survive that process and maybe, just maybe, you're good enough to start being considered one of them. But quite frankly, the truth is that all it requires is a desire to kill people for a living. It's surprising how well one can do in such a field.
You did quite well, no doubt.
Within the crows, I did. But it has been something the crows have devoted a great deal of time to perfecting. An assassin simply specializes in striking from stealth, and in maximizing that first attack to be as lethal as possible. Debilitate your foe, either by poison or by crippling their limbs, makes any follow-up combat you need to engage in that much simpler.
It sounds like it could be useful.
See? Getting paid for the act is beside the point. An assassin is more a tactical choice than a lifestyle. Of course, the crows like to pretend that their abilities are trade secrets, shrouded in shadows and wrapped in a blanket of mystery. So let's just keep this between you and me, shall we? What say you?
Can you teach others to be an assassin?
I could teach others, but not yourself. First, I would need someone who has training as a rogue. That is, unless you would care to spend the years it takes to gain the fundamentals. But if there should be such a person who desires this training, yes, by all means, send them to me. The crows are already furious, no? I shall enjoy tweaking their nose further.
Nice.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
What do you want to leave the crows exactly?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin, after all, is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So, if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
But what would you rather do?
Now that you mention it, I am not entirely certain. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
That sounds awful.
Oh, I don't know about that. The crows who are actually good enough to survive come to enjoy some of the benefits. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
I think I understand.
As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
I'm happy to have you along.
And here I am, happy to be had. Isn't it wonderful how things work out that way? Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Wow, what's our approval rating with him? Let's see. 6. 100. Wow, 84. 56. 72. 90. Oh, yay, I'm friendly close with Morrigan. That makes me happy. Let's talk with Wynn now. I'm sure there's more stuff to talk about.
Have you
with him.
encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
Well, I've heard many stories.
You are younger than I, and your nerves yet have some steel in them. Did you feel any fear facing the abominations?
Some, but I knew I could not falter.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Seeing the monster you could be is unsettling, yes.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
That rhymed. If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it. So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Arl Howe massacred my family. Duncan helped me escape.
Arl Rendon Howe? The Arl of Amaranthine? Why would he do such a thing to you?
Who knows? He's always been a friend of us Kuzlins.
You are the last of the Kuzlins? I had no idea.
I
My
might have a
lady?
brother out there. I always took my family and our name for granted.
There is nothing I can say to ease your pain. I am sorry. Take heart, dear friend. You survived, even when you were not expected to. We do not know yet what lies in store for you, or the name you carry. It is not so bad, is it, being a Grey Warden?
I'll do my duty, but I won't forget what Hal did.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be. I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
It means I've chosen to do something important.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men, and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I will keep that in mind.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this,
Well, I
who
hope
believes that
Alistair's
he
up
is
to the job
entitled
then,
to his
because
power,
I'm pretty
who
sure we're making him
abuses it
king.
and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
I love him and I trust him. I don't want power. I've never wanted it.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome. You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
You know about Alistair and me?
It's hard not to notice the doe-eyed looks he gives you,
Aww.
especially when he thinks no one's
Thank you,
watching.
Alistair. That's so
It's
sweet.
almost too sweet for my tastes, and I'm an old lady who should be making lace hearts and
You're
fuzzy
too
blankets
adorable.
with
How
animal
dare you?
motifs.
You're not the average old lady.
No,
Not like the
I
average
won't be
old lady.
making socks with pom-poms for you anytime soon. But that's hardly my point. I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. Alistair is a fine lad, skilled in battle, but quite inexperienced. when
I'm
it
not
comes
going to
affairs of
hurt
the
him.
heart.
I love
I would
him
hate
so
to see him
much.
get hurt.
You don't understand. We're just taking it one day at a time.
You are both Grey Wardens, and he is the son of a king. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
I can handle my responsibilities in my relationships.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted
I mean,
to
not
a single
necessarily.
person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all
Very
else.
boxed-in way of
A
thinking
Grey
about
Warden
love, but
cannot
okay,
afford
Wen.
to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice
Make it sound like
between
it's a
saving
cage.
your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
You making things sound more dire than they are. Damn right she is.
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything.
I'm not
for
taking Alistair for
granted. I want you
granted.
to be
Fucking
aware
trust
of
me.
this.
Like, if he were real, we would be an item, and I would take such good care of him, and I think he would take good care of me too. Like, fuck off. Alistair and I can handle whatever comes our way.
If you insist, I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
I'm going to ignore it.
What's on your mind?
Are you feeling better now?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
I like making sure all my companions are well.
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones.
How the fuck old is she? She acts like she's ancient beyond compare.
What's on your mind?
I'd like to ask you something about the circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
Why didn't you want to stay at the tower?
The circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
But I'm glad for your company.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you.
Thanks for
need all the
reminding
help
me
you
we're
can
the
get.
last of the Grey
I will
Wardens.
see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the Circle.
I'm sure you'll be able to return if you so choose.
Perhaps.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
Do you need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
Just chilling, watching us in the camp. Unless he's not watching me make out with Alistair, we're good. Oh, I forgot about Doggo. Doggo, if I realized you were a boy, I wouldn't have given you a girl's name, but you're named after a really badass lady. Trying to find a way to dig through the earth, are we? I'm trying to find a way through the earth, are we? Did he find something cool? It's gonna take some time, you know. Well, good luck with that then. I was hoping you found something cool for me. You're a good doggy. We haven't talked to Leliana yet.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Why'd you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecilie let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of
None of us
Cecilie
have
than my mom.
moms. That's what we. That's the thing we all are united under. We're all fucking orphans. What was Cecilie like?
She was an elderly lady, very refined and proper. She had impeccable manners and taste, more so than a lot of Orlesian ladies. Cecilie was also kind. My mother was unmarried and with child. It was scandalous, and Cecilie had every right to turn my mother out. She didn't. Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes, small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andrastis grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on. Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
You were a traveling minstrel. Do you have any tales to set? Any tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Do you know any stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
That sounds interesting.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, The baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Continue, please.
Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now, in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Did she win the tourney?
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the jousts, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
It's terrible.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
Let's just move on.
Something I can help with?
Ask you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
I heard that in Orlais, minstrels are often spies.
Where did you hear this?
Someone told me this a long time ago.
And you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards.
And the bards are spies?
Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
They spy. What sort of services does a bard offer?
What do you think? They infiltrate, steal, sometimes assassinate? It depends on the bard. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite. And in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
I knew it. You're not just some innocent sister.
I have revealed too much, it seems. But it doesn't matter what I used to be. It is the past.
That's badass. Why were you living cloistered sister in rural Ferelden?
I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here.
Oh, major cunning. Nice. Alright. I think we've talked as much to everybody as I want to for now. Oh, Bubby, what is it? Hell yeah, you can pet the dog. I'm gonna pretend that she proves that I petted the dog. Alright, who do we want to bring with us? Definitely my boy. Let's
Yes.
bring... Oh, wow, he's level 10. Yeah, we're absolutely bringing him. Probably we should have a healer with us. Sorry, Morrigan. I love you, though. You're my best friend. In this game. You're so badass. Alright, let's go. Oh god, there's about to be a fight, isn't there? Shit. And fuck. Shit. And fuck. Bastards over there too. Hello, I've come to fuck you up. Sev. Just take out my mans. If I could just knock him down off the thing. There's still another one. Of course there is. Where's Alistair, you fucker? Someone might need that. There you are. I avenged you.
I fell.
When, what is going on with you? you alright?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
You need rest, that's all.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Yes, it is. Tell me, old woman. Need to make sure you're okay. Tell me your secrets. Tell me your secrets. No, but really, tell me if you're okay or not. God. Is she turning into an abomination? Is that what she's been hinting at? It's not allowed. I don't want to have to kill one of my party members.
Stop right there, outsider.
Even though she disapproves of my relationship, I still don't want anything bad to happen to her. Actually, I've been looking for the Dalish.
I find that hard to believe.
Her face tattoos are fucking epic.
Have with a group like yours?
I'm a Grey Warden. I wish to speak to your leader.
A Grey Warden? How do I know you're telling the truth?
Many people go about pretending to be Grey Wardens, do they?
No, that's true. Perhaps I shall let the Keeper decide for himself. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
Bro, I'm not gonna hurt you. I need your help. Scout's honor. I've never been a scout.
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Maserinus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zafrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
My name is Tara. Pleasure to meet you.
Manners. From a Shemlin. Interesting. What might be your mission here? Have you come to spread news of the Blight? I had already sensed the corruption spreading in the south. The existence of the Blight is not news to me. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me. The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves.
These people are writhing in agony, or you're just talking about them like they're not there. I hate it.
Though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak, even with all our magic and healing skill.
Spoiler alert for later, Zathri turns out to be a little bitch, so...
Beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
Is there no way to help your men?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself, and that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
I'm good at non-trivial tasks.
Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
I'll find this Witherfang for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
And you should go.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
I'm good, it's saved for me.
Underanitation, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
Knock yourself out.
I hear the human cities are very large, thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
Yes, some are larger than the eye can see.
How very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
No? Have you not seen how the elves live amongst your kind? It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have a question, if it's not too impolite to ask. Do your people regret what they did to ours?
Some of us do. Not all humans are the same. Oh, come on with the not all humans.
I see. That is difficult for our people to accept. Even if only some were in favor of what was done to us, the rest did nothing to stop it.
Yeah.
A poet once wrote of them, before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Where'd you get that rad-looking weapon? It looks like an X-Acto knife or something. I want one. Tell me about yourself.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
What does a keeper do exactly?
A keeper is, first and foremost, the leader of the clan. He decides where we go and when we shall move. He's also responsible for knowing the clan's ancient lore and passing it on to the others in the clan. Without a keeper, the clan's knowledge is lost forever, so the clan protects him like no other.
What can you tell me about Zathrian?
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
Lost much? What has he lost?
He lost his family a very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific.
How did you come to the Dalish if you were so young?
My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
I'm sorry, it must have been horrible.
It was. The long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it, to put them in perspective. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
You said the Dalish rescued you from bandits?
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there, and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. And he saw me. The fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
I should go.
As you wish. Darth Shiro.
It's the same to you.
What say you?
Never mind. I didn't mean to click on you, bud.
Please leave that be. If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll leave it alone.
Masirinus.
I just see shit and I think, gotta steal. You know how it is.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Verathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Verathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need?
I would like to barter with you.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Yeah, do you have anything cool? Oh, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, we're broke now, but I don't care.
What do you wish?
What exactly do you make here?
I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest, Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
What if I found some ironbark for you?
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
Very well, I'll take a look when I'm in the forest.
That would please me, so long as our hunters come first.
I should go.
Darth Shiro, may the creators visit fortune upon you.
And also you. Oh, Ooh, can I have this? I don't need a new bow.
As you desire. Of course. Well, all right.
How do they
Hello,
move
young
these
man.
things through this hello?
about yourself? Who are you?
I am Cameron, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
Why can't you?
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
Try me, I might surprise you.
I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of the beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Girl problems, I see.
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
There must be some way to solve your problem.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
What? Perhaps I could talk to Gaina for you.
I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed.
I can be pretty persuasive.
Really? I'm willing to try anything.
Can't hurt.
Cyranas, oh ma Cyranas, I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
Alright, that should be her there. Come on, gang.
Andiran Atishan, outsider.
You're Gaina, correct? Cameron mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
He said that you refused to give him your hand.
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Cameron. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
If you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it?
But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family?
If you love him, then believe in him and help him succeed.
Oh, you are right. I have made poor Cameron miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Cameron. Cameron, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today. We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
Cool. Zev, if you don't mind, bud. Well, fine. Yeah, does that need new armor? He needs another weapon, I think. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. Should I give him a shield, maybe? Yeah, he should probably have a shield. Yeah, they're all about the same.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
What is a Hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Arabelle, what humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides.
You make them sound like friends.
That is exactly what they are, in fact.
Aww,
We
that's so
ride the
good.
Hala, but never with reins or a saddle.
I want
It
to
is
be
the Hala
friends
who
with the
decide
Hala.
where to
They're so
lead us,
cute.
and our privilege that they take our Arabelle with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship and not servitude.
So why have you separated this one from the others?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. Curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery, for her sake as well as that of the others.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful. No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me. And? What do you think?
I truly cannot tell.
I am glad you attempted it regardless.
I should go.
I will watch her for a while longer and see if her condition changes. I am grateful for your assistance, friend.
Ooh, Alistair leveled up. Nice. Let's put that into strength. That con, and we'll put one more into strength. Give him some survival. Looks like there's one more dude with an exclamation point. Let's talk to them. Let's talk to them.
Lovely.
Alright, yeah, I'm going the right way.
Andera Natishan, stranger. I am Athos. I hope the others have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
I don't mind, I understand.
That is very generous of you. Most would assume we are unkind as a rule, and that is not the case. Especially not to a Grey Warden. But we have lost much, and it is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
You do not seem happy about that.
None of us are happy about this situation, and I least of all. But I shouldn't speak too much about this, especially with an outsider. I am sure you have little interest in my problems.
Please, I'd like to hear about it.
It's odd to talk so freely with a stranger, but perhaps you can help me. My wife Delilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Delilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her. If I could just know if Delilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace.
I will seek her out in the forest.
I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
Alright. Let's head out for the forest, shall we? I think we're good now. The urge to steal, so strong.
As you desire.
Alright. I think we're gonna leave things here. I know we didn't really achieve much. We mostly just walked and talked and stuff. But, it seems a good place to need to leave things off. If you enjoyed the video, if you're enjoying the series, what have you, feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Maybe leave a comment if you're feeling generous. It would be really helpful, if you could show the video to anyone who you think might be interested in the game or in my commentary or what have you. Yeah, so I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.